Hey guys, it's Riley here. I'm here with the long-awaited KvK update video. Uh, so it was an extremely hard KvK. I know I wasn't as active as I anticipated, and I said I would. Uh, some things came up in real life. I also had my final exams, so it's just a few things I need to, prioritize. Uh, So the KvK is finally over. Proud to say that. Took an extremely long time, days and days of fighting nonstop, and we lost. Uh, it was a very fun KvK. It was a hard one. It was one that will go down in the books. Uh, can never win them all. It's good to go in them with high hopes that you'll win them, but nothing's guaranteed. Uh, so yeah, you can see who is holding Ziggurat now. That is 1393. These guys, by far, the best kingdom in this KvK that we came across. Uh, so yeah, our Kingsland wasn't the most optimal. It didn't last as long as I anticipated. Hence, you can see that I still have quite a hefty amount of resources. Uh, Kingsland only lasted about, I'd say, a day worth of fighting, if you can say that. Unfortunately, our allies over here, 2884, uh, they had some leadership issues that came about mid KvK, and it really just plummeted, plummeted the kingdom, and it affected us greatly in Kingsland. They were locked out within, I'd say, the first 5 to 7 hours, and that really became problematic for us as a kingdom because even though we're Imperium, we can't really sustain fighting three other large kingdoms. Uh, as much as I would have hoped for it to go another direction, that was just what ended up happening. Uh, so our leadership, who done an exceptional job this KvK, uh, obviously just used their common sense. We weren't able to sustain it. Why take the unnecessary deads and potentially lose like tens of millions of troops? Uh, so we ended up just giving up on Kingsland. 1393 actually proposed a truce to us, and that's why we still have this zone. Uh, they remarked our performance and said we were one of the best kingdoms they ever fought. So that says a lot. Uh, I believe we as a kingdom are up close to 120 billion kill points as KvK. Considering our size and for like our power bracket, that is insane. As some of you recall in the last KvK video, uh, both kingdoms were around like sub, I don't know, 400 million. Now they're both around 450 million. Uh, Pardon the lack of kill points in DJ right now. People are in different alliances, as you can see, for Arc. Uh, so we ended up finishing this pretty drained. Both alliances were probably around 9-10 billion kill points. I'd say just under 10 billion. So from entering the KvK at around 12 billion each to leaving at 9 billion, I'd say you can easily take just from that alone that it was a very hard KvK for us. Um, and I enjoyed it. I have no regrets. I didn't exactly hit my kill point goal, but nonetheless, it's a giant improvement. So I believe I started this KvK around 1.2 billion, if I'm correct. I'm now at 1.9 billion. Uh, I tried to do like crunch the numbers before recording this video, and I am up 668 million kill points this KvK. I also managed to get 1.6 1.7, I guess you could say 1.8 million deads. Just shy of my 2 million goal. Um, Mostly T5. It's never really good to be too fat on T5, so I have no issue just killing them. I still have over 2 years of speeds, and of course, I still have all these resources. Um, so I didn't personally get too drained. I was saving a lot for Kingsland, but obviously it didn't last long enough. I wasn't there, unfortunately, for the first few hours, and by the time I was able to get on, the end fight of Kingsland was already decided. Uh, so doesn't really make sense fighting a losing battle like that. Uh, so although I wasn't able to meet my kill point expectations that I set upon myself in this KvK, I'd still like to say I'd done a pretty good job considering the circumstances. Uh, so yeah, we ended up losing this KvK. It was definitely a learning experience, and I don't really have much complaints other than that. I'd like to say big props to 1862 leadership team for pulling this off. You know, they was on top of everything. We didn't really have any mishaps, if any, this KvK. Uh, I'd also like to say big props to 1862 as a whole. You guys done amazing. Really in love with this kingdom, and I can't wait to see what the future brings us. Lastly, I'd like to say big props to 1393. These guys were definitely the hardest kingdom by far for me to fight. It's not really hard going up against a bunch of. I wouldn't say hard. It's not really easy going up against a bunch of max type players. And yeah, that was my first experience with it. Definitely found some ways that I can improve in my fighting, and it was just a learning experience for me. So that's about it for my KvK update. Uh, so yeah, that's it.